Okay, now I know what you guys are thinking. Things do look a little different, but that's okay. Things change. Change is good. Change is necessary. So yet again, I've gone on another few month-long run of no videos, and I'm very sorry for that. We'll get into why I was gone. There are good reasons. I promise you there are good reasons. And well, see, my view of it is I don't necessarily need to address it. I've never needed to address, because every time I'm gone for a long time, I always address it. I don't really need to, but I like addressing it just to show that there is stuff happening. It's just none of it is on camera. But first off, hello everyone, my name is Jake, and welcome to this week's video. I've always said this week's or this month. I mean, I should just say this video. But before I get into why I was gone so long, I actually want to introduce myself to people that may be seeing my channel or me for the first time. Again, my name is Jake. Thank you very much for coming to my video. Thank you very much for coming to my channel. And I want to talk about, for those who don't know, who he is, Evan Monsma. Evan Monsma is a guy who runs a YouTube channel by the name Evan Monsma, and he does a lot of stuff with cameras, repairing them, or just general videos about photography, cinematography, modification to cameras. He also does his little projects here and there, stuff with his car. He's a really cool guy, has a really nice channel, really nice videos. Some videos have actually become like comfort videos for me. I really like his channel, and he does a thing that started last year in October, where for the entirety of the month of October, he challenges his audience to do something creative every single day. That could be art, that could be writing, that could be whatever your craft is, whether it's photography. He's had people make him leather-bound notebooks, which I honestly want to make a leather-bound notebook for myself. Just whatever it is that is your creative outlet, he challenges you to try to do something with it every single day. In his Discord, which I'm now a part of, there is a section dedicated to build days where people can log their own projects and things they have going on. I've added my own if you want to check that out. And if you're interested in joining build days, I'll leave a link to his Discord and a link to his video describing it in the description below. So for my personal build days, being a Nerf modder, I actually think I might be the only Nerf modder in the entire Discord. My thing is catching up on projects that I haven't done in a long time, because I have a lot of projects, some of which haven't even really been started, but some that I have to go back and look at, and some stuff I've been putting off for just a long time. Side note, something that I actually think is really cool is Evan himself actually went into my build log and said that he started out building and doing stuff through Nerf modding. He said in the archives of his channel there's 14-year-old him reviewing Nerf blasters, which I think is just hilarious. And it's also funny because in one of his recent October videos, he actually went down into his basement where he keeps all the scrap wood, and there's just a pile of blasters there. I literally sat and tried to point out which blasters are which. It's a good selection that he had there. So maybe one day Evan Monsma will join us again. But not only will I be trying to focus on a lot of the projects I have, there is a personal aspect to it being me being more present. And by being present, what I really mean is I want to try to just be more aware of what's going on around me, and that has a bit of a deeper meaning than you may expect, because what I like to say without giving too much detail is that in a past life I was a loser. That being, I spent way too much time on my phone, and I surrounded myself with the wrong people. And Bianca, my girlfriend that you guys see sometimes in videos, if she wants to be seen, is the part of the reason why I ever actually got out of being that version of me. She encouraged me to do all of this. Without her, a lot of this wouldn't even be possible. And while I've made strides in the last few years with myself, I want to try a little harder this month, and part of that surrounds just doing things that make me happy and trying harder. And a big blockage I have of that is my phone. Now, being a creator, I obviously am on my phone a lot, but there were times, my biggest example is I would just go on my phone to check the time, and then I end up, for lack of a better phrase, doom scrolling for like 7 hours and just waste a day when I could have done stuff that actually is fulfilling. I could have done stuff with my blasters. I could have done something more productive. Anything would be more productive than just being on a phone for hours, because that's not taking care of yourself anymore. That's not involving yourself in something. It's just simply sitting there and doing nothing. We'll call back to when earlier I said I want to make my own leather-bound little notebook. That's because if I put notes in my phone, they're just gonna go forgotten and missing. If it's a physical thing that I write down and have in, for example, an EDC pouch, then that's something more tangible and I can go back and look through it. So that is genuinely something I want to, maybe not finish, but start this month, is make that notebook. Another thing that I plan to get done this month are some upgrades to the workbench. Now, obviously, the workbench is in a much different place than it was before. It was actually right where the camera was is where it was before. Now it's in this little corner with the bookshelf behind me and the TV. Excuse me, that was rude. Anyway, so I moved the desk over here because we did some changes to the room, and this ended up being much more comfortable because now we have actual walking space, and I'm trying to get as much out of the space I have here as possible with some upgrades. I have schematics that I made that I'll put pictures up here, so this will end up being much better to work on and much better to make videos on as well. Now, maybe it's not the most creative thing ever to, upgrade your workbench. I think it's pretty creative, but at the very least, it'll definitely make the creativity process a lot more simple and a lot more enjoyable. For right now, what I have definitely does work. I do enjoy it a lot. It's just it can be better, and if you can make something better for not a lot of money, then why wouldn't you? But now as for why I was gone for so long, and this actually builds on the pinned comment I left on the Dead Man's Foam Body Kit Venom Pro video, which I'll link down in the description. I want to make things that I can be proud of, and that video, the Venom video, was pushed out in what I didn't necessarily envision for it. I wanted a lot more from it. I did enjoy it. I did like the end product, but it's just not what I wanted. And so I want to make things that I can be proud of. And to do that, there were just certain things that I need. One of them actually clipped to my hat. This is a Mono T1 Wave mini wireless lav mic. So far, I really enjoy it. This whole video is a big test for it. This video actually, to go on a sidebar, this video actually was going to be like a 30-second quick test that I was going to post to Evan's Discord and for my build days log. But it evolved into this update. So instead of a 30-second private YouTube video, we now have a big thing that I'm uploading to the main channel. Inspiration! But yeah, for a few months, I couldn't afford to get this mic. It's a pretty affordable mic, but there's just more important things than buying a microphone. So I had to wait until finally a few days ago, I got a deal with Amazon Prime, and I was able to afford this for like $30.05. It's not an affiliate link, but I will leave an Amazon link to this mic if you want to get your own. I think it's a good starting mic, and honestly, I don't see any way to really upgrade from this. It's a lav mic. I feel like the technology at some point kind of stagnates. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's like some really like Gucci'd up lav mic out there somewhere that's actually like really, really good. Feature-length film quality. But anyway, yeah, this was one of the big reasons. And the reason this was such a big deal for me to get is because where I live, and especially where I live outdoors, where a lot of my footage is made, or at least where I want to take a lot of footage, it gets really fucking windy. And if you wake up on a day with no wind, it's a lie. Mother Nature is lying to you because it will be windy in about 2 seconds the moment you step outside. And then on a day where there really is no wind and it's a perfect day, suddenly I'm busy and I can't actually do any video stuff and shoot outside because I'm running errands, getting groceries, and trying to not starve. That's dramatic. We're not anywhere near starving, but you get the point. I also felt for a long time that until I get the workbench upgrades done that I couldn't make videos because I wanted the vision to be there, and well, I couldn't do this. I couldn't get the upgrades soon enough. And again, thanks to the inspiration from Evan's Discord and his videos, I actually am now making this without the workbench upgrades. And I'm glad I did, because now I get to see what it'll look like in the future, and I know it'll just get better once the upgrades are done. And it's not exactly nerf related, but when I do get the stuff to do the upgrades and I get it all done, I am going to make a video of it. It's not nerf, but it's nerf adjacent. I'm sure there'll be something blaster related in there when we get to it. So TLDR, basically, the reason why I was gone for so long is just frustration with the content that I was making, wanting to make the content that I can be proud of, and a lot of waiting. Which reminds me, I haven't talked to Maritime Foam in a few weeks. I should probably text him. Time zones are the devil. But anyway, I also want to explain what's in here, which is the Samsung S860 Digicam that I posted to Instagram not long ago, or maybe it is quite a while ago now. I had plans for this, and as you guys know, like I said in my Venom video, using my phone right now is a bit of a hassle because the battery is so slopped up and it dies really fast, and I have to have it plugged in constantly while recording. It just makes things kind of a struggle. I bought this in hopes to make content with this. Now the plan was actually to make a video compiling all the nerfy stuff I do in a month, be it, gathering hardware, going to get tools, doing hangouts with friends, showing them blasters, or, just stuff like that. And then I realized that my life isn't really all that interesting. I'm not doing nerfy stuff actually as often as I thought I was. Don't get me wrong, this is my biggest passion. I do something involving nerf every day. Not enough to merit pulling out a camera to videotape it. Also, maybe it's just a me thing, but having a camera out for every single moment kind of nulled every moment. Or not every moment, it just kind of made it feel not as good as it would have been if there was no camera. It's hard to explain, but maybe you get what I'm saying. In the end, I'm just a dude doing stuff, and I kind of want to keep being just a dude doing stuff, and having to pull out a camera every single time I'm doing stuff relating to Nerf just wasn't as fun as I thought it was going to be. But I am still going to use this. I actually came up with the idea to use it to get B-roll footage, since there's really not a lot of B-roll footage in my videos. But if there is, I'm going to start doing it with this camera. Why am I burping so much? But now if we take a look under the desk, we can see real quick what I have cooking up for all my projects that I have going forward. Behold! My stuff. Now, it's just going to be hands for now. I am a grown man sitting on the floor, but that's okay. I'm just going to show you guys some of the stuff that I have planned for build days, and also just in general. Some of the stuff might make into videos, I don't know. But right here, we have 2 rough cuts that have some problems. One of them, only one side. Well, this one, yeah, this one you gotta be a little rough with. It doesn't really want to catch, so I gotta fix that. This one, I think only one side is catching. Well, I can't demonstrate it because I don't have darts. But yeah, these are actually for the club. These are the bin, loaner bin rough cuts that I got from Prickly, and yeah, they don't want to work, which is unfortunate. But yeah, and then my deploy that I used at Foam and Fortune 2 still deploys, but there's a lot of dirt in here. It's very dirty, so I gotta open it up, clean the internals, put it back together, and it's not as complicated as you think, but it is still a little frightening to someone who's never done it. So hopefully I don't end up breaking this when I do that. And then in these drawers, in here is just some random stuff. Mostly the hardware that'll go into upgrading the workbench. Actually, I'm also going to paint it. That's why there's paintbrushes in here. The paint itself is in here too somewhere. It's just going to be basic black, but it will have a white pegboard. And I have my eyes on a pink cutting mat, so that'll add some color. And then the tools, obviously, because I like Ryobi, the bright green. And then down here is just some random pieces. We have a little blaster stand. This is from that old Nerf guy, or tag. And then a little Maverick cylinder. This might get something done to it, I'm not sure. This is what the Swan Song looks like right now, or the low blow. It's something. It's something. This'll come together one day. I might do a video on this. I'm not sure yet. Might want to get more figured out with it first. And then I just have my fearing here because I like messing around with this thing. It's just real fun. And then Mega Magnus. It just kind of sounds and feels crunchy. Ooh. Yeah, listen to this. I don't know if is it picking it up? Listen. Yeah, that sounds bad. I don't like that. So this needs to be fixed. That's a repair. And then an actual mod. We have the Baron, which I have modded. It has an increased seal, air restrictors are gone, and a rival knockout spring. So it has an upgrade spring in it. But I do want to add a weighted grip. So there's a lot of weight in the front, which I like, but I want to have the back end just be a little heavier. So I'm going to do a video on that. We have a couple options to do that. So that'll get its own video for sure, because that's very, very easy. And I love the Baron. Baron is better than the Magnus, for sure. In my opinion. I need at least 2 more of these for reasons I'll explain when the time comes. And then you guys see it. You guys see it right here. I already posted it on Instagram. we have Busby Big Blast. God, I love this thing. This thing, so cool. Hell yeah, this thing is amazing. Certified hell yeah moment right here. And posted about this a while ago as well. Now is 2. Siren Gnarl, got it for, how much was it, $8? Yeah, like $8, $7.79. Video coming out on this as well. We have videos on the 4B and the Siren Gnarl are in the works. They're actually going to be the first videos I make a full-on script for, not just notes regarding the blaster, but actual things that I will be saying are written down for the first time ever. I usually don't like to script videos, but I thought I would just try it since I'm having all this time off from making videos. I thought I would just try it. So once I get to actually sitting down to record those, hopefully it goes well. And then to just recap again, Baron, this is definitely happening this month. This is happening this month. And then hopefully repairs on these 3 blasters will happen this month. I've been putting them off for long enough, and they're all very simple things that I think can get done pretty fast. So yeah, that's what I have planned for this October build days, plus whatever else, of course. Now, they may not get videos, but they will get done, and that's what's important. I'm gonna put all this stuff back, and then we can talk about the elephants in the room. The Vulcan EBF-25. The EBF standing for Electric Belt Fed 25 because that's the amount of rounds it holds. 25 round belt right here. I could talk more about it, but this thing needs to go. I posted about it right when I got it, like probably near the start of the year. Maybe even late last year, I don't remember now, but even when I got it, it was dusty, it was crusty, it was in no state to be any sort of serviceable blaster. And I thought, oh, I'll clean it, I'll service it, it'll be fine. No, it's been sitting on my balcony pretty much since it came home. I have no room to keep it, and I wanted to sell it in the Merge Masters Discord, but I forgot to take pictures of it, and that message got buried. So if anyone from the Merge Masters Discord, or anyone in general, if you see this and you want this, hit me up, I'll sell it to you. If not, hopefully by the time you do get to me, it's not already a trash heap. Now, but to be more serious, I am going to break this down for any sort of usable parts that may be in it. I definitely expect there to be batteries in it because it's heavy. It's really heavy. I don't know if the Vulcan is supposed to be this heavy, but it's a pretty heavy blaster. If it was a special edition like the Sonic Green or the clear version or like the Blue Elite version that was like only ever sold in the UK, I think. If it was one of those, then I would probably keep it. But it's so shitted. It's really dirty. Part of that is my fault now at this point, but there's just no use in keeping this thing. There's really not. It's not complete as well. It doesn't have everything. It doesn't have the cover to the belt box. So yeah, I'm breaking this down. I'm stripping it, and this will be something that I do hopefully very, very soon. I mean, you saw me rack it in the intro of this video. Like, you can kind of, yeah, you can definitely prime it, but then it doesn't fire. This thing, I don't know. I'm gonna... Whatever. It's fine. I'll figure it out. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys next time.